Hey, all right, everybody, welcome back to the corner of theory and truth. Problems, because I was recorded at that city hall meeting, seemed primarily to be with where searches of drag queens might lead people. No, I never said that. The life of an 11-year-old self-described drag kid from New York City and what message the event overall might send to children. That's not at all what it was. What I said to City Hall was from the Astoria Public Library's page, you can directly link into Drag Queen Story Hour. There's Desmond is Amazing. Click on his page from Drag Queen Story Hour, and there he is with naked men in showers. There he is dancing on a gay bar. I don't know what this stupid reporter, and she's not very smart. Her name is Katie Frankowicz, because a smart reporter would have clarified through me what I was trying to say. She didn't say at all what I said. She literally misrepresented. So, let's fast forward. Fine, whatever. So now we get to the day of the event. That was about a week before the event. Now we got a week of people calling me names on social media, that I'm a bigot because she misrepresented my words. All I was asking for was, I was just saying there's a direct link between Drag Queen Story Hour and a young boy dancing on a stripper. I mean, literally connected. It's not like I had to go find these links. So, it doesn't matter. I'm a bigot. Nobody wants to listen to what I'm saying. Saturday comes, I show up down there. 4 of us meet for breakfast. 1 of us had to go back to work. 3 of us end up downtown at the event. A couple other people showed up that weren't with our group. There were some that actually went inside. There's probably about 12 of us that were against the reading or concerned about the reading, depending on what you were. I was more concerned than against. The only part I was against is that the city would not give us any investigation into what's really going on and what it's about. So that kind of forced me into the corner of being against, but there's about 12 of us there. The newspaper said there was me and 2 other gentlemen there. Flat out lie. One of my best friends, she went inside and was harassed by people, and she brought her baby with her. She just wanted to see what was going on. She was against it, but as was her right, she went to this reading, and they ended up heckling her in there. That didn't get reported in the paper. The concern is on a local level that Katie Frankowicz has an agenda. And it's not just me. I've had other people, she's done the same thing, twisted their words. And that's a problem because there's a message that needs to get out. Whether my message is right or wrong doesn't matter. My message is my message. And she construes my words and makes my message into something it's not. So I'm going to clarify one last time what my whole message was over that drag queen story, and then I'm going to show you and tell you why it was a success. My problem, number one, to begin with, was it was not investigated. The concerns me and other people brought up were not even looked at. We were laughed at and then called names. Not even looked at. Okay. Then we were, in addition to it not being looked at, like I said, we're called names. Now, me especially, because I'm the face of all this, it's my name that's been in the paper. It's my picture that's in the paper. And I'm being misrepresented. I've given that reporter plenty of opportunity to know. She could have read the transcript. She doesn't need me to explain it. So my point is we got two articles and they're painting this group of people, which is a legitimate group that's concerned about drag queen story hour. They're painting us to be weirdos. In the second one, she goes on to say, though Ruddock wearing a Make America Great Again hat, this very same one here, live streamed videos for his Facebook page proclaiming his view that the reading was harmful to children. I never proclaimed that. Check all the videos. I never said that. I wanted an investigation into it. She's lying about me. None of the men with him carried signs or openly spoke about their concerns. You're right, we didn't carry signs. We weren't there for a protest. This was not a protest. We were there to observe, make our presence known, to make liberals know that there are conservatives in the area. It wasn't a protest. That's why we didn't have signs. And we didn't openly speak because Katie is a liar. Katie Jankowicz, or what's her name? Frankowicz is a liar. And I have on video where she tried to come, and from my small group of guys, there's other groups there. They may or may not have spoke. I don't know. Believe me, there was at least 4 groups there that were in opposition, okay? Or whatever you want to call it. And when she came up to my group, she goes, none of the men with him carried signs or spoke openly about their concerns. They did not interact. That is true. We did not interact with the crowd. We didn't. That wasn't our point. We were there to observe. But the reason we didn't speak openly about our concerns, and I have it on video, is because this Katie person, I don't know how it identifies, whether it's female or male, so I don't want to be disrespectful and call it a female, although that's what it looks like to me, but it may be a male. Our concern was, and we wouldn't speak openly, you've already twisted our words or our thoughts that you don't even know. And I'm just going to say this. She says, not sure of what to expect. Spalding attended the event himself out of uniform along with Kenny Hansen, the police department's homeless liaison officer, and other city leaders, including Mayor Bruce Jones and city manager Brett Estes. Well, I'll tell you right now, there's more than 2 names listed in there that have told me they are against this, but they don't have a choice because they work for the city manager. And it's his choice. So again, Katie's trying to present this as the city's behind us. Not all city leaders are, just some of them have their hands tied because they know who they work for, unfortunately. Another thing I didn't speak about was there was a lady, and I'm not going to blow her anonymity on here, although you guys know who she is. She actually went in with her child, and then she got harassed by people in there because people in there knew she was opposed to it. But she went in there quietly just to watch and see what it was, yet she was harassed. I wish I would have gone in with her to see that. Instead, I was outside. So the way this whole thing has been presented, and that picture of me, I don't care about the picture, whatever. This whole thing has been presented as like basically I'm a madman trying to stop a bunch of men from dressing like women and playing with children. That's not what it's about. My concern is that public dollars, yes, federal and state and local dollars were used to promote this event. It's one of them. And my other concern is at this point in time, a drag queen and a transgender is 2 exact opposite things. And unfortunately, the city of Astoria is not smart enough or unwilling to look at the fact that transgender and drag queens are two different things. A drag queen is purely sexualized. Transgender has to do with gender. So I don't know what to say. That's about all I got to say about it. They misconstrued my words. Hey, the city of Astoria knows exactly where I stand. But that newspaper, the Daily Astorian, is a lying newspaper. They have lied about my words. And if I can find a way to sue them, I will. I promise you. I don't know if I can, but hopefully I will. Hey, I love you guys. Remember, you have to speak your truth. If you start hiding it, shame on you. If you start hiding your truth and what you believe in, you are just as bad as the people that don't want you to speak, and you may as well go join them. So I love you guys. Hey, be yourselves, be open, be honest. God loves you way more than I ever could. Thank you for joining me here on the corner of Theory and Truth.